When our powers combine,
we are positively useless.
As far as Twitter is concerned, we're fighting kaiju, and that's why we always come out late.
Yeah, we're losing. Let's do this an intro bit. It's like, guys, I don't know if I can hold back the kaiju any longer. Tell my loved ones. This is.
Tell my loved ones. This is the Bakarama podcast.
Yeah.
My dying wish is for someone to actually fucking listen to our podcast.
Senpai, notice us.
Or Kohai, Senpai, Kohai, whatever, doesn't matter.
Maybe our mascot should be like a. I mean, I'm sure it's already a meme, and it is already a meme. But maybe our mascot should just be someone trying to get Senpai to notice them all the time, or like begging a monster to notice it, and the monster's just destroying the town instead.
It's Godzilla, and we're like the little baby Godzilla with a bow on the back of the head. You know.
I wanted to see Godzilla a lot.
I wanted to too, but I got called into work. So I was going to do it, and I got called into work.
Damn it! Maybe it'll come out on DVD.
Oh, it will. It's Funimation. They'll put it out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
a
lot of energy, really on point. A lot of focus and direction.
I don't want to hear from you, Cameron.
Hello, everyone. Anyway, we're Bakarama. My name is Dan.
I'm Luke.
And I'm Cameron.
And together we formed the Baka Rangers. It's canon now. You can't stop it.
When our powers combine,
I vote we stop it.
We make them. Yeah. When our powers combine, we make a mediocre podcast. So.
Mediocre. We're shameful at best.
You give us too much credit.
Yeah. Hey, aim high. No, that's not it. I was going to say aim high, so if you go low, it won't be as disappointing. It's like, no, it's the other way. What?
So, I don't know how true this is, but I read it on the internet, so it has to be true. Apparently, the Finnish army in World War II, their guns had such high recoil, they were taught to aim low, so their battle chant turned into shoot them in the balls.
That's
because the guns went off. I choose to believe.
Yeah, but I mean, not to insult people who believe in aliens, because like I have people close to me who believe in aliens, but like you know, there are some things that just aren't true, Lucas. And,
I'm aware. Let me have this, damn it.
No, you should be shamed. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Never. I'm an American. I am never shamed.
It is the American way. Hey everyone, what did we watch this week / a longer time than a week?
We watched the less than Starship Troopers show.
It was a little bit like Starship Troopers, wasn't it? Except
just a smidgen. Except things kind of happened in Starship Troopers that I cared about. There were characters I cared about. There were people that I like. Truth, man. Like, there's things where it's like you got to know certain characters instead of like, this is this guy, this is his backstory, his skull is crushed. It's a lot of that.
Yeah.
All right, well,
also there's titties in Starship Troopers. You get to see someone's titties. I mean, you can kind of see that in this show, but not really.
All right, so the basic premise...
You see the top of a woman's ass crack, and people freak out about it. So.
That's the anime way.
Why does it stop? Keep going.
Because every time I say something, you guys talk over me.
Dude, that's the whole point of this cast. We talk over each other. All right,
we're all a bunch of assholes.
Read the credits and read off all our sponsors.
Ignore me.
Yeah, our sponsorship is today, isn't it? But anyway, basically the basic premise of Terraformers is that
don't read it off of my anime list. Don't read it off of my anime list. That doesn't count.
No, it doesn't. But basically,
can we edit this? This is not good.
No, we can't edit this. This is live,
asshole.
We should really restart. I'm not even joking. This is fucking awful.
We can't restart. It's live. All right. Here's the basic premise of Terraformars. For whatever reason, they decided to send a bunch of plants and cockroaches. No, get me right. Cockroaches to Mars to terraform it. Now, for whatever, now there's a space virus that has come from Mars and has something to do with these cockroach people who have, I guess, evolved on Mars into cockroach people. So they have to send people with bug powers to Mars to fight the cockroach people because nothing else works.
This doesn't work. That's the point of this. This doesn't work. This is the third bugs mission.
This sounds like something. This sounds like something that I made up off the top of my head, but I didn't. And this is. I guess this is the plight of anime.
Well, this is the annoying part. This is the third bugs mission. None of them have worked.
Well,
at a certain point,
I think one of them would learn a couple of things.
Look, trial and error is one thing, but I agree with you. It seems
Russian
like
tactics is another.
It seems to me like their idea has so far been, let's send bug people to Mars. The bug people didn't work. We didn't hear back from them. Send more bug people. That didn't seem to work. You know what's going to fix this problem? More bug people. That'll and some sharks and some dragons too.
The captain of the ship is from the original Bugs 2 mission. Like, he's a survivor, so he's going back. So they should have known what bug types at least fought well on Mars. And kind of natural selection, we want this, 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 and this. Not so much the turtle bug. That did nothing.
You know,
he got beat with a club. You know?
What? Yeah.
You know, it seems
Here's
like
the thing.
they set it up like it's they've been like it's getting this implantation, experimentation, whatever morphing thing to get the bug superpowers is almost like a random thing, and like there's no guarantee that you get this or that or the other thing. But they don't really explain that.
At the same time, they explain that they're able to pick their base. It's just whether you survive or you bond well with it is different. That's the random chance.
Okay.
They can pick the base, because that's why Akari got the Silk Moth, the rare, special Silk Moth. Is like his DNA was compatible with it, so let's match him with it. Certain people are compatible.
He's 1/64th Silk Moth.
But it's
The Silk Moth was his great-great-grandfather.
just horrible planning. Like, let's send. Oh, there's 100 people? Let's send 15 fighters and 85 fucking support characters.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. Why? Yeah.
There's an awful lot of people.
Was there a reason why almost no one had? So let's listen. This is a dumb anime. It's not super smart. Okay, we'll be honest. But I mean, it's not trying to be. It's not trying to be smart.
No,
well, enjoyable is one thing. Smart. Again, think it's a bit like kind of like what you compare it to Starship Troopers, where it's like it's not Starship Troopers is not a smart movie. It is an enjoyable movie. It's a fun movie. That's a throwback to like old school. Yeah, one-sided. Yeah, fuck all it. Like it's making fun of a lot of these tropes in these sci-fi movies.
It's supposed to really like push that nationalism.
Terraformars
seems to be
over
trying.
the top,
It seems to be trying to do a lot of things at once. Like if we're supposed to if it's supposed to be kind of like torture gore porn, then I would like to care a little bit more about the characters. But I don't.
I mean, there's not really any torture in it. It's mostly just gore.
Well, it's more the torture of losing someone, a character that you cared about. Like, if it's like
once.
Okay, so the really short-haired girl, who's her one scene, she comes out of the shower, and then she's like, I'm a big badass, and I'm gonna kill this cockroach, and then he's and just snatches her head, and it's like we kind of thought maybe she would be an important character, but no. But the problem
that's kind of what I like about that show, though, where you have these characters that you expect to be big, bad, dick-swinging motherfuckers, and they just get fucking shreked.
Yeah, but it's like there's no. I don't know if it's they didn't try hard enough or if it's just they're not convincing enough. I don't care about most of these characters, with the exception of the Mantis Shrimp Man.
That's okay. Yeah,
the Mantis Shrimp Man was awesome. I
so
like that
yeah. To build Yeah, I agree too. So to take off what I had the same problem where I kind of like, so this is a strange show. The tone and the pacing was really weird. Not so much the pacing, but the tone shifts were really weird. We jumped from like super serious to goofy to sentimental to like over the top gore to act like it jumped all around. And the tone was really weird. But one of the things that you have things where hold on. I don't remember that, but anyway.
It's like episode 1 or 2. Where
getting back to... Oh, well, whatever. Well, so getting what Dan was talking about, yeah, I kind of like the idea of you really don't know who's going to die. Like, there's certain characters who are like Billy Badass, and like, yeah, like, this is always going to get into spoilers, but whatever. There's that girl who's with Adolf, and it's like, yeah, there's 301 people. You get 300, and I get this one, and I'm gonna go and murder. And she just gets like punched in half, like immediately. Yeah, and it's like it's all set up like she's this big hero, and it's like, oh, but it's also like how they did it to me was also like, wait, did she get punched in? Oh, she did. Oh. Like, but that's it. It's like, oh, well, like, there's no I don't have any relationship with this character.
Like, I was kind of into her.
It's like, oh, that character's gone. Like,
I was like, okay, I can get down with this. Just like a psycho chick that just like rips people up. Fine. And then it's like, oh, like the one thing that I was gonna care a little bit about, like,
yeah. That's just, but boom, care, and that's the problem. Like, most of these characters that die, I either don't know them or don't care, and the problem is there's way too many fucking characters, right?
And they all look the same.
That's why they don't do a lot of backstory. It's like, half you're gonna die anyways, so fuck you. You're gonna die anyways.
I get it, but there's a way of doing that. There's a way of there's these little things you can do to get. Let me put it this way. So like in fucking I don't know. You have fucking Blue Gender. There was a bunch of characters who, like, you didn't know them that long, but you actually cared about them surviving. Where it's like, when they died, it was like, oh no, that guy! Like, because you could kind of see their interaction with people, and like, and just kind of, oh fuck, you know, they're this guy, and like, oh, you know, he's a daughter, and he's, oh yeah, we got this. This is my last mission before retire. Oh no, my head's crushed. Like, you know, it's something where you got to know these characters, you got to learn a little bit about them, and even if you didn't get really in depth, you felt for these characters. I didn't feel anything for these characters. Yeah, it was just like, oh no, that guy. You literally just, it's like, here's an ant.
Introduce him.
See it?
Like,
boom. Like, yeah, exactly. I don't know. Like,
half of them weren't even
something
named.
Where if you show this ant and it has a lot of them were like, oh god.
Like,
there was way too many support characters in that for actual fighters.
And you know what? Look at the marketing for this show. Like, look at the poster and look at like the intro. It's like a bunch of fucking people. And if you're going to have that many people and kill most of them and not have us care about any of them, frankly, like, I mean, like, couldn't you just have done this with fewer characters, or even focused on fewer characters and just like,
well, if you think about it, they really only ever really focused on 2 or 3 people from each ship, really.
Yeah.
Like in the Japanese American one,
Adolf's fucking story was 3 episodes long. It took him 3 episodes to explode.
Dude, I gotta admit, I do love that Adolf is a huge cuck, and just like,
what's a cuck?
Like, I did. You don't really, Lucas? Do you know?
Yeah, I know.
Lucas? Do you know? I was gonna say, thank you. A cuckold, where it's like, oh, people are fucking my wife. Oh, like it's basically people who are like, you don't know, cuck. That's funny because that's the in word. I love that word. Where it's basically what it is. It's people who have like a sexual fetish towards having their partner fucked.
Well, I don't really think
either them watching or involved. No. But
it's
but I know it's
the
not
idea
exactly
of basically having,
but it's something where it's like
undertaken and you just not do anything about it.
Okay,
but it's like But it's something where it's like, oh, she's fucking all these random guys, and I'm still staying with her, and the child's not mine, but I'm still staying with her, and it's just like.
Well, I think also a lot of the time.
Really, this was all an excuse to write Adolf equals cuck on my notes. So I was like, yes.
Well, I mean, to be fair, he was going on this mission, so ultimately he just didn't really. Why bother breaking up with her if I'm going to go on this planet and die? Fuck it.
Oh God, it was such a stupid storyline. It's like,
and then they just
your girlfriend was faithful to you. Why? It's like, what? Who?
She made me feel alive. She's the only one who made me feel alive. No one else on this planet could make me feel alive. It's like, how many people do you know? Do you say just like, I don't know. Like, I'm sure there's other people. No one would like me with my metal jaw.
It's like, so you're
bad.
You're a fucked up looking dude. Like, I'm sure society has progressed enough at that point that it'll be like a couple people will be like, hey, you're cool. I'll hang out with you, fucked up looking dude. Like,
no, I'm pretty sure it hasn't at all. I wouldn't
hang out with fucked up looking dude. Who cares? Like, he seems nice enough. Like, dude, whatever. But you know what? Like, I wouldn't hang out with Adolf, and you know why? It's because he whines too much and takes too long to die. Like,
to be fair, I don't think he really complained about anything. He just silently did his shit.
No, he didn't. He was so like, how could she have done this to me? Why am I still thinking about her? And it's like, I can't kill these cockroach people efficiently enough because I am thinking about. Oh, I was killed by a cockroach because I was thinking about the girl who dumped me. Like, it's just.
To be fair, he wasn't dumped either.
Dumped or he dumped
here's
her,
the other thing that.
Whatever.
Here's the other thing that bothered me about all that, right? He dies, and then fucking he defibrillates his own heart because he has electrical powers, and it's like no, we'll get to that.
Well, I think that
but
was
it's like okay,
he didn't do that. So that was implanted in him to do it on its own. That wasn't conscious.
No, I don't know. Maybe not.
They were actually pretty specific. It's like he's protecting the investment.
Yeah, like it was pretty implied that it wasn't his control, that it was brought back on him.
Regardless, I've said regardless 5 times now. Come on now,
Cameron, say your thing. Talk over us.
Great radio. Once you bring a character back from the dead, all tension's lost. It's like, oh, so death isn't. It basically turns to death isn't permanent, and like because of that, there's no fucking tension. Like. You know what I mean? It's something where it's like at any point in time, this person could die, but it holds no weight. Like it's implied he explodes, but I haven't directly seen it.
No,
they never directly say it's a bomb. They say, "What's that?" It's light.
No, it's pretty directly implied that it was a bomb planted in him. Like it was pretty directly implied of it's Germans protecting their investment. It's.
Okay, so
no, I got you.
I get where you're going, Cameron. Like there's the potential for him to come back, and death doesn't really have any consequence. But at the same time, it's like
where it's like.
But still, that's like 1 person out of 100 that died. And they all.
I know, but it's just bad. It's just shit writing. Like that's the frustrating thing is that it's the fact that like this is a cat. It's kind of like when Superman died and then came back. It's like, oh, I don't fucking care about this whole series now. Like, who cares? You've now beaten death, and it's like it sets a bad precedent in the movie or in the anime where it's like, well, if you can do that with one character, you're probably going to do that with more characters. So, I mean,
this is also
a character you just kind of introduced.
This is running off the assumption that they bring him back. Like. Do they?
Yeah, and they don't really just introduce him. Like he's introduced in like the first 2 episodes as being one of the elite
kind of, but
guys. Yeah. I mean, Cameron, do they bring him back?
Yeah, but you don't know anything about him.
Other than he's
that's the thing. I kind of think I don't really recall, but I think that's the thing. I think he actually does. He's at least mentioned later on in the 2nd season, so I think he might actually come back. He
Or the
I
fact
know
that he
he's
was a
supposed
leader
to
of
play
one
a
of the other
bigger part
crafts.
in the manga. Yeah, hold on.
He was the leader of
I'll
one of the
go
other
look and
crafts,
see if
so
he
I
comes
mean,
back. And if he comes back,
Well, I mean, that aside, like, I mean, Adolf just kind of had a really annoying storyline for me, and I mean, most of them were like the boys who grew up in like the war-torn zone. That was kind of,
yeah.
that was kind of dumb. I didn't really care a lot about Mothman.
Yes.
Like, yes.
Yeah.
No, I mean, yes. Does he come back?
What? No, keep going.
Okay.
Oh no, I don't know. My internet's fucking up.
I don't know. Like, here's the thing that bothered me the most. Like, why would you send cockroaches to Mars?
yeah, was that ever
Well,
really?
so according to Wikipedia says that the point is they send really two things. One is a modified algae to absorb sunlight and purify the atmosphere, and the cockroaches whose corpses spread the algae across the planet as they feed. Okay, fair enough, but it's also like, come on now, like, I don't know. The thing that I didn't really get was why, like, they had all these bugs that it's like, oh, by the way, I'm a moth cockroach, and I'm a cockroach that's secretly a water beetle. Like,
Well,
it's
'cause
things
if
where it's
you-
like,
if
why are they there?
Because
Like,
if they explained it, like they're
With-
the Bugs 2 members, they just basically harvested their parts and like, hey, fuck this, we're putting them on them.
okay.
And at the
Like,
one
then the
point, they
bugs
were
do
like,
that.
well, maybe
Now,
they
did
were
they
also
literally-
like, well, they also like, maybe like a water beetle, snuck in with the rest of them. Like, they just sent a bunch of bugs.
Yeah, but they also say no, that's impossible. They're so thorough and like
But
blah
then
blah
they
blah.
looked at it and like
I don't know.
you look at the files he was going through. Michael K. Davis
Yep.
was going through. One of them is the grasshopper from the Bugs 2 mission. The other one was a beetle from the Bugs. They're all Bugs 2 members that have been cannibalized and turned into parts, which I don't understand the physiology of that. Like, how can they figure out the medicine?
That's the other thing.
Transplant
where
it shouldn't work.
There was a lot
Like,
of
that
the,
was the whole
a
monologue.
lot of that
between,
stuff where it's
There was a whole monologue between Akari and the grasshopper where it's like, I bet you're wondering why you don't work those legs as well as the original owner because he was stronger than you. It's
yeah. I mean,
There's a lot of asinine
There's
stuff.
so much of this where it's like it just worked. Yeah.
yeah, because they show the
It's-
bug
it's a lot of
sitting
shit where
in
it's
a
like,
cave
what?
with a rock, hitting a rock against the legs. Like, here, I'm gonna join this to my leg.
Yeah, it's like that's not complex science.
That wasn't really
You
clear.
did
Yeah.
like, I mean,
Yeah.
maybe they explained that more.
Just how they do back on Earth. They bang rocks together.
Maybe they just fucking explain it in the second series, and we have to watch the second series to figure it out. But you know what? I don't really care enough about the first series to watch the second series. Like,
I'm gonna watch it just because I want to tie it all together. But
I don't know. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. I've been holding on to this for like weeks and weeks and weeks. Do you think the cockroaches look like racial stereotypes? Just a little teeny
That
bit.
is an interesting question. So,
Am I
I'm
insane?
kind of torn because
there's
there is
certain
a great interesting
things
thing
that
where it's like
apply, but at the
Terraformars
same-
racist.
There are certain things that I will agree kind of look that way, but at the same time, not. If you know what I mean.
Okay.
Like I see a little bit, but not necessarily.
Yeah.
a huge
Cameron,
amount of it.
what were you saying before? You said you read an
There's been a couple posts where it's like they kind of break it down. Although I think they're coming from the manga, so here's what I'm kind of torn on. In some ways, it's like, okay, well, what are cockroaches? Cockroaches are dark. They're brown and black. And okay, this is supposed to be a primitive species, right? Where it's like, oh, okay, they've evolved. They're kind of like men, but they're not. And it's like, okay, they're dark. They have these frizzy hair, and like, okay.
Did
And
they
then
have
like
frizzy
later
hair in the
on,
manga?
they get
I don't know with the manga, but in the show they didn't have any hair.
it's kind of. They have that. They have the stuff at the top of their head. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's hard to see. I think it is more frizzy in the manga from what I've seen. But there's that, and then there's also things where they have guns and they're like, I don't know. They're like throwing rocks at people, which is pretty primitive, but
Well, 'cause
whatever.
it's
And then
like-
it's like
it's
there's
like
scenes where they have
with-
guns, they're
with
shooting.
clubs
I
too.
know, hold on. Oh yeah, yeah. And they're like shooting at people. Well, there's some people are saying that there's points where not in the anime, but in the manga where they're shooting like sideways.
Well,
and
we
like,
didn't.
Okay, well, I mean that could also just be.
This is going off back into Berserk territory where we're not discussing the manga.
Hold on. I'm getting. Yeah, okay, fair enough. But here's the thing. So the issue is all of that's like okay, that could be coincidental, but then we have two characters in the German side. Adolf Reinhardt, right? Who is, blonde hair, blue eyes, very Aryan looking, right? And he's also supposedly he's the most evolved, he's the highest evolved person of species with like selected genes and shit like that, right? So there's that.
The highest level.
No. Lucas, let him finish. Let him finish. I'm intrigued.
Yeah. So we have that, and then his love interest is named Ava. I would say, like, okay, so it's like, like Adolf Hitler and Ava Braun, like that's a bit like.
You do realize
and it's not
that
even
Japan
that, like,
has a love affair with Nazi Germany. Like that's not unknown.
I know, but it's just like, to a degree, I get what you're saying. Yeah, there's a lot of I don't know. To me, it's just like, ugh. I don't know. It's kind of
well. I mean, that's us coming from the West, where they have very strong ties to that period due to their alliances and stuff.
Yeah, but
like
I mean, I think if unless this is something that's actually like been written about or documented, it sounds like we're kind of shooting from the hip here. Like I don't know. I wouldn't put that kind of a judgment on.
Yeah, I think this is something.
Well, no, not necessarily.
This is something where
there
I don't
are
think it is
definitely
actually
traits
racist, but I don't think it's actually racist. I think it's just like, oh, you're being like it's something where it's like this. It's a lot. I don't think they're actually like, haha, let's subtly put down black people. I think it's more just like they're trying to appeal to a couple different things, and it does come like I don't think they're
I don't think it's
undermining.
like
I think it's just kind of
purposefully.
lazy writing.
I don't think it's purposeful.
Yeah.
I want to think that it's not purposeful, but it also like I mean, there's
My main thing was the running animation. That was very track star.
There seems to be more than one illusion going on here, and
I don't really have so much of an issue with their design. Like if you look at it, that's a grasshopper head on top of the cockroach. That's.
Well,
I'm looking at a picture of this, and that is pretty frizzy hair, dude. From what I can see of the manga.
What again? We're not talking about the manga.
Sorry, real quick. Yeah, but it's the same fucking thing in the anime, man. Like you look closely, it's the same. But anyway, sorry, looking up quick look up of.
Or just put it in the chat or something. It's not
dude,
hard.
my
put it on screen share so people.
Dude, my
can see
internet's
it.
really slow. Just fucking look it up, dude. I can't. My internet's just lagging like.
Fine.
By the way, quick look up. Apparently, Adolf, spoiler alert, does die. Then apparently, no one else around him died. Like, because Ava used this special power to protect. It's like, ugh. All right.
But she is plant something.
Yeah, but it's also, I don't know. This one, yeah, this is a hard one for me to give a shit about.
Okay, so it does.
Okay, I'll give you the hair.
Yeah, he does. I'm gonna go ahead.
Yeah, boom.
I'll give you the hair.
I don't know if they're actually racist. I think it's just something where it's like, I don't know. It's just something where it seems like it's kind of, there's a.
Oh, I have to do screen share for Hangouts or something. No, here we go. All right.
Yeah, okay. I didn't really pay attention to it. That's definitely hair. All right, yeah.
It's
yeah.
I'll score that point for you.
Again, it's harder to
I suppose.
So that, and I mean, it's like whatever.
God damn it! Okay, whatever. Never mind. I guess I don't get to do screen share so the lovely people can see.
It was up there.
Oh, it was? I'm sorry,
Yeah,
I was trying to do my screen share. This is unprofessional. Hey, we're back with Bakarama. So I guess the jury's kind of hung on this one. Like, I mean, it's kind of...
Danny, apparently you're... There we go. So you were still screen sharing?
Am I back?
Oh, it's me who's screen sharing. Never mind, fuck it.
Someone's screen sharing. I think... And G-Master Fluffy is... Where is Cameron?
No, yeah, Danny, you're still screen sharing.
Oh, I am?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. How do I stop screen sharing?
I guess there you go.
Yeah, I turn off screen sharing. And where's Cameron going?
I guess Cameron lost connection again.
Okay. Well,
all right, so continuing on.
So continuing on into the night.
So Starship Troopers is definitely a better version of this show. They had a better plan. Yes, we're going to send lots of people. We're going to send lots of people with guns that are at least somewhat effective.
Yeah.
And we're going to use wave combat to fight these things.
Yeah, and it was better writing, and like they had they did have a much better plan. And they seemed to be
camp.
They had
some form of training on strategy and combat.
Yeah, that was the thing, is like they didn't really seem to train any of the people that they sent to Mars. Like,
even if you're support, you should have roles and you should have things to do in a situation.
It seems like they just kind of like made a bunch of Pokemon and just like threw them at Mars. And it's like, we'll see what works. It's like, I'm a fox person who has no power against. Go anyway. We need to send as many people.
We found out what happened when we sent Togepi against Charizard. Is basically what happened.
Yeah, like
it's just that. Oh, you're ranked 89th. You'll never have to fight the bugs. But you should probably learn how to shoot this net launcher once. No. Everyone fights, no one quits.
Yeah.
God damn it, Rico. We need you.
And you know, like it's like, I guess like they kind of made Mothman like super special dude who could like, he had a little bit of a JoJo thing going where like he could
every show needs a Gary Stu.
Hey, Cameron's back.
Is he?
Sort of.
No, he's not.
No, he's
back. Jesus. Back.
We were just talking about Mothman, and how he's kind of a Gary Sue / I was gonna say that he kind of reminds me of like Joseph Joestar, where like he kind of always has.
There is a very JoJo feel to this show, as in like the macho action-y type stuff. Like all the characters that are fighting are always built very.
I think that's not a very fair assumption of what makes JoJo appealing. It's not just the muscliness. It's they're like
that's definitely an aspect of it.
really muscly, and they're always posing like.
I mean, that's one aspect of it. Like it just reminded me of it. I'm not saying that it's like it at all. It's just there were certain things about it that the way it was drawn reminded me of that stuff.
I understand. I'm just rebuttaling. And part of that is because I really like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
I'm different. I don't hate it, but I'm not super like oh my god, JoJo.
So what did you think of the art style?
Art style was okay. Wasn't bad. The animation I felt was pretty high quality. You're gonna run into some animation errors, but that's with every show.
I thought it was
for the most part, it was pretty good. It was smooth, you know. They did the gore rather well. I mean, how often can you see someone punched into pieces?
I don't know. Even the punching into the pieces thing, it was a little like.
I didn't really know how that happened. Like one punch.
They didn't really show it happening. They just kind of showed like
I'm in the air punching you, and all of a sudden I'm on pieces.
The suggestion of, explosion and then a bunch of pieces falling, and it was kind of lame. Anyway,
yeah.
So like.
Troopers had better tactics.
Starship Troopers had better tactics. Starship Troopers.
There should have been rules for all the support characters. Like, even if you're not fighting, you should be doing something. Like it's yeah.
It seems like
It's almost like this whole operation was really poorly planned. Like
for the third time.
It probably was really poorly planned. And at the end of the series, we find out that it was all the sneaky Chinese. Like
Chinese.
Yes, it was them.
yeah, that was
all
the other
along.
thing. I noticed that, and it's like, oh yeah. I again, it kind of gets more like, yeah, those crafty Chinese. It's like, yeah,
Well, they're doing it for political power on Earth.
I know.
I don't know. Like I'm the more that I think about it, the more that the series kind of seems to be a little And I'm going to be honest with you. I kind of like that because it's like, honestly, like stupid racial stereotypes and stuff are funny to me, and maybe that's partially my white privilege, but also I think that putting down people of other races and sexual orientations is for just the fact that they're that is stupid. And if we laugh at it, then I think that we can take its power away. So that being said, it's just kind of like, it's so cringeworthy of like, I can't stop looking at these cockroaches. They look like racial stereotypes. Like they just, the lips and everything. Like it's kind of rough. Like, but it's also kind of like, it just makes the show that much more ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like, but I enjoyed Terraformars. I didn't think it was a good show, but I thought that it was entertaining in kind of the same way that like old anime is entertaining with just how over the top and ridiculous.
And remember, don't fuck with Russia.
And also don't fuck with Russia.
Fear the Russians. Except for this one with the fucking net launcher. That was a fucking... She's the best one with the net launcher. Let her do it. Oh shit, her head came off. Okay.
Yeah, that was weird.
Plan B.
Well, was that like sabotage? Like, what's the deal? I don't know.
No, I
And
think
also, for a
they
creature
just-
that can move so fucking fast, why are they constantly walking towards people? Like,
Do you know what?
oh,
That
like
brings
there's
up
no
a
sense of
very
urgency.
big...
It's
because
like,
the show would be over on the second episode.
No, it wouldn't. They could. It's like they're so like the Terraformars or whatever the cockroach people. They do a lot of standing there and listening to you talk and deliver a monologue, or marching very slowly to you until they hear a beeping noise, which they figure out is a bomb, and then they run like hell.
I didn't get that. Like,
yeah,
the
how
leaders,
do they know it's a bomb? Why is he
leaders
making
like,
a
"Fuck this, I'm out."
beeping noise?
Maybe I mean they seem to have figured
Yeah.
out just about every other piece of their technology. Like
well,
they just
that
get
was
into
also because of
because they landed before and everything else, and someone has sent them all of this
Yeah.
information about how everything works, which they somehow were able to put into a language that like the cockroaches could understand. Like because
Well, they were,
I think that's
the Russians were also saying that their evolution, the cockroach's evolution, couldn't have been achieved on its own. Like it would have had to have been influenced by something.
they thought it was something else. Yeah,
like
they
another,
thought there was a
another
device that
alien
could
race or
accelerate the
something. Yeah.
evolutionary tree. Yeah,
and
Yeah,
that
so-
makes a lot of sense because
Yeah.
it does
which may or may not have been true. But
it is kind of a question of like how the fuck did these cockroach people evolve? Like, I mean, initially I thought they just sent the cockroach people, and I was like, why would you send those to Mars? Like,
No, yeah, it's,
Yeah.
they were saying
how
like,
could this have backfired?
like there's a lot of strange questions about this show, and I feel like we kind of should have.
how to make fusion bombs.
I kind of feel like we should have watched the rest of this, like the second season, just to kind of see if how much of this they answer and how much they don't. Like,
Well, I guess that's on us then because we've had the time.
yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Like, I enjoy this. The series was enjoyable for me, but at the same time, I didn't really want to. Like, I kind of wanted to be done with it. Like, you know, it's move on to something else.
Yeah, I didn't pay a super amount of like high attention to it. I played on my phone most of the time while watching it, but it wasn't bad. Like it was enjoyable, but I also couldn't make myself care about anything that was really going on. I was like, oh,
The Mantis Shrimp Man was really cool.
yeah, no,
Like,
that was an interesting story. I kind of like that.
Cool.
He chose his
But
mutation.
that's kind of that's a great example though, that's a character I care about because they've given me all this information, and like, oh, you get to learn about this character. You learn about his struggles and his goals and his dreams and his aspirations, and like, not just like, here's this guy, this is a moth, he's a moth, oh my god, he's killing people. Like, it's something where there's something I actually care about, and it's interesting.
Actual background is. They never really explained the demon thing.
Yeah.
Like, the first episode opens it up with him de-gubbing a bear.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so stupid, too.
After dying.
Who's betting on that, by the way? Like,
rich people?
These rich people are so bored. It's like, how long will it take a bear to kill someone? There's only so long, you know what I mean? Like, is anyone betting on the human or the bear? Like,
it's every dystopian like future where the rich need this to feel alive because they have everything else in the world.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like when I first saw that, I was like, okay, maybe this is going somewhere interesting, and then it's just
I would have preferred to see like Bill Gates or Elon Musk in the crowd, just because that would have been hilarious to me. They're some of the most like beneficial people in on the wealth scale. It's like, yeah. Kill that bear.
The thing that they did with the background of a lot of
Tesla drives away.
The thing that they did with a lot of the other characters' backgrounds is they seemed to just kind of cut it in weird moments and just kind of like it felt rushed. But it's like with Mantis Shrimp Joe, like they really took the time to like make you care about the character. Like it's like, oh, and maybe it's because it was so simple. Like he's just a simple dude. He just wants to.
That's all he wants to do is
win and take care of his ma. Like, and then his ma dies, and he's sad, and he can't see the island anymore. So he wants the thing with the best eyesight. And the other reason I care about Mantis Shrimp Joe is because Mantis Shrimp are fucking cool. Like they are so interesting. Cool. Like I kind of would like to have one as a pet. And
are they tasty?
Yes, apparently they are.
Cool.
They do eat them in some places.
Well, I'd hope so. They're shrimp.
But dude, they have the most advanced eyes. Like,
does that make them taste better?
Yeah, they can see.
They can see all the flavor I'm about to get out of you. They can see all the flavor.
Yeah, why must you? You're an asshole.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
But okay, So what are some? Okay, so we're shit a lot on this. What are some things that it did well? Because I think it did a couple things well. Couple, not too many, but a couple.
For the most part, I like the art style. I like the animation. The combat, the actual fighting itself was pretty decent. Other than the march blindly towards combat, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Well, you know that's interesting you say that. Because when I was watching like the last couple episodes, like some of the combat was interesting, but de-evolved into just like loud music, rapid, like fast animation of people just killing each other, and it was just like
I was so bored.
Like it's something where it's like, but it's something where like there's some really cool combat in the second season, and it's not this super like I can't tell what's going on. People are killing left and right. It's something where like
it's probably they had to wrap it up for like we need to get through this fight because we only have like one episode left.
I guess, but they made it mind-numbingly. It's kind of like the cliche thing is like Transformers, where it's just constant battle and like oh, and it's like you can't really tell what's going on, and you also kind of don't care. Like it's characters I don't really know doing something I don't really care about. Like,
well, that's the problem with the whole show in general is it's nonstop combat since it starts.
I don't know. They had a little bit of slice of life stuff in there.
Oh, there was some, but that was basically
they had a lot of other
stuff like that. You know, that first episode, everyone's all chummy.
That's fine. That can
talking
be done
about
well.
Negative and positive, and
I mean, I hate to go back to Gunbuster. Actually, I don't hate to go back to Gunbuster. Like Gunbuster did a pretty good job of like balancing slice of life with like actual plot and story. Like, you know, and we've seen the slice of life model work in just about every other anime ever. But it's like they have like maybe 2 episodes of it like maybe an episode and a half of slice of life shit where we're supposed to kind of care about these characters who, there was something, and I'll get back to that later. But yeah, no, then they just like it's just backstory and nonstop action, and it's like what?
Here's this person. Here's why you should care about this person. Oh no, they died. Ah. Yeah. Here's his replacement, Joe. Here's why you should care about Joe. Oh shit, Joe died. Here's Tony. Tony's Joe's replacement.
I think it was pretty entertaining, and because I like to basically hold every anime to this weird standard, they don't really dwell that much on like the fan servicey kind of stuff, and that's
that's really not a huge amount of it.
Yeah.
Well,
some of it is
but
weird.
Dude, none of it feels natural or organic. It's all shoehorned in, where it's like, oh, this cool thing, and then, oh, my tits are like, oh, you look at my tits, or like, oh, I have a hole shot in my suit directly above my ass crack, and it's
there
like
was the one time
cool.
there was
like,
the
it's
one
not
time
hot,
like the
it's
water
not
beetle.
interesting.
The water beetle just randomly grabs Michelle K. Davis, who, by the way, they make sure that you know all three of her names, like because they always say Michelle K. Davis. Grabs her by the tit, and it's like you're a mutated cockroach water beetle thing. Like, what do you care about human anatomy?
Well, she wasn't. He was trying to get a better grip. You go for the biggest part.
That's no. You.
Well,
don't.
I think he was going for the lapel. But regardless, it is still like, oh, my tits are. Oh, he's grabbing them. It's.
You could grab the shoulder. You could grab the neck. He
was beneath her like this, so he could only reach so far.
No, you fucking apologist. You don't get to have this one. It was stupid.
I'm not apologizing.
I was gonna say, Lucas, you're sounding like a Terraformar apologist.
You actually sound like
do we have another? Do we hear another?
Yes.
Sorry. Do we?
Shut the hell up, you goddamn social justice warrior!
And you called me a social justice warrior, man. That's great.
Brian could back me up.
Brian, and your name dropping. You're dropping all pretenses of professionalism have gone out the window.
Since when have we been professional?
Anyway? Never. We have never been professional. That is our calling card. We are the most unprofessional podcast on the internet, and don't you forget it.
God damn. Overall, I didn't mind the show. It's pretty good. There's definitely some things that I prefer to see.
Positive boob. That's what it was.
Yeah, positive and negative.
Positive and negative boobs. What the fuck does that even mean? Like, is that just some cultural thing?
I vaguely remember that word.
Yeah, it just seems so damn random. It almost like it was like an inside joke, but like they don't really explain. Some of me feels like this is the kind of thing where like if you read the manga, you'll get a lot of these jokes because
they probably explain it a whole lot more. Like,
and they're probably also doing shout outs to things for the manga readers. Like, oh, here's this character
there's definitely a lot of that.
See, the thing is, I was thinking about Terraformars versus Gaunt's, right? Because from a quick glance of like...
And he's gone. That's unfortunate.
Well, I guess now we awkwardly twiddle our thumbs. No, okay. What else?
Yeah, wait. Let's see. I see him connecting. Come on. All right, yeah, fuck it.
The kaiju have taken him.
Welcome to the Roughnecks.
I guess the kaiju have hit Australia already, and this is unfortunate because this means we need to mobilize. Like, we have to fight these damn kaiju because they keep coming for us, and
I'm gonna have to look up what kaiju is if I'm gonna keep going with this inside joke.
Kaiju fucking Philistine.
To be fair, I have not seen all of.
Okay, Cameron. We have absolutely none of that. You dropped.
I know. I came back.
Yeah, you came back, but I'm saying we have absolutely nothing of what you were talking about.
That's fine. Okay, so when I was thinking about this, I thought back to like a series that it kind of seemed to be going after Gaunt's. Yeah, where it's something where like
I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it either.
I haven't watched the anime, but I've read the manga and supposedly they're pretty similar. And it's something where that show or that series has been able to do things where like it's weird. They have a lot of over the top gore. They have a lot of different characters. They have characters characters you actually care about, like characters that you may not know much about, but you still care about them, which is weird. You have that. You have a fair amount of fan service, and you also have like goofy jokes and things like that. But it's all wrapped up in a serious narrative about people like forced into a situation, again, fighting against all odds, and and people die all the time, but like using their abilities to the best of their situation. It's an interesting thing because you can really apply. It seems like you could take a lot of that and compare it to Terraformars, whatever the fuck you want to pronounce it, where it does similar things, but one does it way better than the other. Like, I don't know. It's something where
this sounds like kind of the eternal struggle of anime is that there's anime who do the same kind of basic premise a hell of a lot better, and then there are a bunch that do it poorly. And I think that Terraformars might be one of those that does it poorly. You know what, Luke? I will take you up on that. I will finish the series at some point because I do at least want to see like where they were going with it. And you know, it's kind of like I'd like to see the rest of Attack on Titan
whenever that comes out.
Whenever that decides to come out, because
spring of 2017.
Yeah, because it's like if they're gonna just drag it out forever, then
25 episodes of Blue Balls.
Yeah, look, but it's still a good show. Like it wasn't
bad. Like I don't think it's as awesome as everyone else made it seem to be, but it wasn't a bad show.
I enjoyed it. Like I was really disappointed by how little they really reveal that you don't get in the intro. But
yeah, they were really pushing for that second season. They just never made it.
Yeah, but no, I agree with you, Cameron. Like I think that I'd like to see a I'd like to see a better interpretation. I would like to watch Gaunt's at some point. I've heard good things about it.
Yeah, it looks interesting. I just gotta find out who has it.
Yeah, and so by the way, Lucas, no, go ahead, Cameron.
No, just nothing. I was just saying the manga's pretty good. It's dumb, but it knows it's dumb, and it's kind of like don't take it too seriously. Like they incorporate like vampires suddenly show up, and it's stupid as hell, but there's still some entertaining element about it, where I still like reading it, and I care about the characters, even though they're not particularly unique. Like I don't know, it's weird.
Yeah. By the way, Lucas, kaiju is kind of a catch-all for monsters, and usually large monsters. So
strange beasts.
Yeah.
Yes. Godzilla, King Kong, stuff like that. Yeah.
Basically, if it's a superhero show, and they're in like transforming suits, they probably fight kaiju at some point.
Are we? What is it, Yatterman or whatever? Or not? That's something else.
So are we done talking about Terraformars for now? Like, what's the verdict? Like,
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty done with talking about it. I enjoyed it. It's just like a 6 or 7.
To be honest, yeah, I'd give season 1 a 6. I think season 2, from what I've seen, I've definitely enjoyed it a lot better. There's at least much more of a coherent narrative. You stick with a lot of the same characters throughout a lot of the episodes, so you kind of you get to know more about them. It's not just like these people appear and half of them die. Like you have characters that you start to learn more about and have an interest in.
I think the show suffers from having 13 episodes instead of 24.
Yeah.
What's up?
Yes, yeah.
A little bit.
But anyway, so We're almost done, dude.
So can it's my homework time. Can we talk about what my homework's going to be?
Yeah, sure.
Are you guys going to be super?
What
mad?
is your homework?
Are you guys going to be super mad? That
No, go.
over 20 episodes.
You're losing your ability to bitch about us taking longer, though.
Here's the thing. You can watch the first 11 episodes and be fine, but I would prefer if you watch the whole series. Most of what I want to talk about is within the first half of the series. My homework this week is Samurai Flamenco, which is it's on Crunchyroll. It came out a couple of years ago. It's I'm not going to say a whole lot about it because I've said a bit about it before, but you know, I don't want to spoil anything, but it harkens back to like transforming superhero shows and kind of like what would happen if this guy decided. It's kind of it starts off a lot like kind of like Kick-Ass, and that's all I'll say about it.
Sounds good.
It's interesting. I really want to hear what you guys have to say about this one. So yeah, there you go.
Sounds good.
I added it to my queue.
Why do you sound?
I hate superhero shows.
I'm sorry, I didn't suggest another robot show, Lucas.
It's fine. Right, so I'll watch it.
Yeah, you will. So anyway,
Peace and love and whatnot. We've been Bakarama, and this is not our sorry new listeners. This is not our best episode. Go back to the previous one. That was a better one.
Oh God, Cameron, you can't just tell people that this is a bad episode at the end of the episode. You're supposed to tell them at the beginning, and I think you did. So we've had all of our bases covered. We've been Bakarama. Thank you for listening to us. Thank you. Bye. Wait. Like us on Twitter and subscribe and like us on YouTube and follow us on Facebook and all of those other social media things. Hooray!
Hey, Dad, why don't you tell the folks what our Twitter handle is?
It's in the description. Hey!
Yeah, that would help.
Okay. Yay. Bye. See you next time.